Hey guys, so I thought I'd try and film a updated craft room tour for you guys today. So first of all, I'm just going to try and give you like a pan of the room. This is what my craft room looks like at the moment. So this is like a little extra room in my house by the back door next to the bathroom. So it was kind of just like a spare room, but not a bedroom because it's joined to everybody's bathroom. So I use it for my craft room now. And I just want to say, for anyone that watched my craft room tour about a year or so ago, you will notice that a lot has changed. I've got all new furniture, so that's the biggest thing that's transformed my craft room. It's just made it look so much nicer because everything matches, and I have proper storage for everything. So last year I was using this big old shelf that was in the house when we moved in, and so now everything's organized properly. And in terms of the things that I own, I feel like I have a lot because a couple of years ago I had nothing, but I feel like I still have a really reasonable amount of stuff, and I still use absolutely everything that I own. I still know of everything that I own, and I know exactly where to find it. So yeah, I just want to say that so you guys can kind of understand you don't have to have a craft room or a bunch of stuff to be creative and to make stuff. I know it might look like that, it might look like I do, but I didn't always, and this is just I feel like it's a long process that's part of being creative, because as you learn new things, you buy new things, and as you become more advanced with different techniques, you buy more tools, and it's just a really slow, long process. So it's also worth mentioning that my craft room doesn't always look like this. It's not always this tidy. I do have to keep it quite clean because I have young children that like to grab everything and steal things and make a huge mess of things. So I do have to keep it pretty clean. But when I'm actually working on things, it gets messy, of course. And I even like to use my floor when I need more space. So it doesn't always look this clean. I did give it a quick little tidy up before I started filming. So yeah. Anyway, let's just get into the tour. So here is my main working space, and this is my desk, and the furniture is from IKEA. Well, the desk is, and my Alex drawers, and that little this little tabletop thing on top is also from IKEA. So over here is where I make stuff and over here is pretty much where I just like line up everything that I have to do because it's such a narrow little space there. But when you come over to my desk, in this drawer, just really have some random stationery, so like glue and staples and markers and stuff. And then this little nook fits my paper trimmer perfectly, so I keep it under there just because it takes so much room up on the desk, and slipping it under there when I'm not using it gives me a whole heap of extra room. I have to ship some journals off today, so that's why they're there. But in this other drawer, this is where I keep my binding stuff. So my binding tools. What else do I have in here? Sewing machine stuff, some book corners, and thread. So needles and binding tools and sewing machine stuff. And then on top I just have some paper clips and some washi, and then I have this little container from the Reject Shop here in Australia with some scissors in it, and then this organizer thing is from Spotlight, and I decorated it myself. So it comes just unfinished wood, and just covered it in paper, and I just keep all my business cards and stuff in there at the moment. The drawers are empty. And then some more paper clips, and this is a beautiful bag that Chrissy sent me some Happy Mail in, so I use it to put letters that I need to respond to, and I just pinned it up onto this frame, which is also from the Reject Shop. This is a little crown that I made my friend. Whoops, some beads just fell off it. Underneath is my Alex drawers, and I'll get into that. And beside my table, this little mini table that's for my kids, so they can kind of craft along with me if they want to. This little organizer thing is from Spotlight, and it's the brand Semco, I believe. So it's a sewing station, and I just keep what do I keep? I keep my linen threads and some old yucky sponges for painting. Then I've got my ruler, staples, sticky notes, just kind of random stuff that I grab all the time. So up the top I have my distress stains and a couple of things of paint and Inca Gold and some punches that I use all the time. So I just use this to keep things that I use all the time, so that when I'm sitting at my table I can just grab them really easily. It doesn't take up a bunch of room on my table because it's vertical, so just works really well. And then I have a little mini album that I made, that I'm hoping to do a video on today. If it's going to close. So I've got that there to remind me. And then up here I have these two posters where I keep track of the stamps that I own. So I do need to update these because I just recently purchased some new stamps. Lucky me. But this just gives me an idea of stamps that I have, so that when I'm sitting down at my table I can just look up and I have a reference straight away. If I'm thinking I might want to use a stamp, then I can look up and see if it's going to be suitable. So they're starting to fall down. I need to fix them up, and I need to add another poster or two of the new stamps that I've gotten recently. But I find that really useful. I guess if you had a lot of stamps, it might not be very practical because it'll take up your whole wall. But for me it works just fine, so I really like doing that. So moving along, beside my desk I have my Rascal cart, which is from IKEA, of course, and I use this mostly for my project life and scrapbooking stuff. So down the bottom I have 3 core kits, and then I have these little plastic folder things that I bought from Officeworks, and I just keep my die cuts inside those. And then moving up to the next tier I have my embellishments, so just like this little container of embellishments, and then next to that I have a couple of mini kits and some extra cards and index cards. So this is what I mean by having, I feel like I do still have quite a small selection of things, even though it's grown so much over the last year. It's still really reasonable. Like, that's pretty much all of my scrapbooking stuff right there. And then when you move up to the top I have all my stamps. So this container has pretty much all my stamps inside it. These are the new ones that I've just bought that I received today in the mail. So yeah, that's all my stamps pretty much. And then behind that I have some alpha stickers at the back there. And then these folders are from Officeworks. They're like little mini display folders. I have 3 of them at the moment, and they've just got stickers in them. So I use these stickers in my planner, and I also use them in scrapbooking, and I also use them a lot in Happy Mail. So then I've got my 6x6 paper pads in front of that, and again this is all of them. And then I've got some little chipboard frames. So that's my cart. Eventually I'd like to get another cart to go beside it when I need to expand my storage again, and I'd like to use the new one for mixed media stuff, so that's eventually. Beside my cart I have my 2 paper drawers. So these are just little plastic drawers, and I got mine from Kmart in Australia, and they're 12 by 12 size, so they fit, you can kind of see through there all my paper pads, and I use the top 2 purple drawers for cardstock, and then the next 4 underneath that just have paper pads. So I just kind of stack them on top of each other, but so they are kind of organised. Like the green drawers will have the baby paper pads, the yellow will have vintage style paper pads, and then down the bottom it's kind of just like paper pads I don't like anymore or don't tend to reach for anymore. And then the bottom 2 drawers are full of random junk that is my 3-year-old's that he plays with. Some of it's craft stuff, some of it's just like random like pegs and stuff. And on top of that I keep my printer, and then I have this little desk from, it's an IKEA desk, but I actually just bought it secondhand on Gumtree, and I just keep my computer on top, and then I actually keep my makeup on top, and then I have this pinboard that I have just stuck a bunch of random stuff on, so photos and stuff I've got in the mail, an envelope full of post office stuff, so I just really stick anything up there as I get it. And then I've got another cart beside my desk which I got from Kmart, but I'll get into that after. So I'll go underneath here and just show you that I have all my personal journals here down the side. So most of them I have made, and then a couple of them are ones that other people have made. And then I have this drawers thing from Kmart Australia, and I just have my computer stuff in there, so like cords and stuff like that. Then I have some old books that I've gotten from op shops and been gifted, and then beside here I just kind of have a couple of tins full of random stuff. So some of it's vintage ephemera, some what else is in there, like patent scissors and just random stuff. And then down the bottom I have more of these folders but in a bigger size, and that's where I store all my vintage ephemera. So I'm so lucky because I have been gifted so much vintage ephemera from some lovely people, so I keep it all in there along with other stuff that I've bought online. Then I've got some packs of pencils, and underneath is just like more random stuff, so like my camera box and tripod. And then I've got some books, so like how to paint books and drawing books that I've had since I was a little kid. So now going back to my cart, this is at the moment kind of my mixed media section up the top. So I've got in that bucket's from Spotlight, by the way, it's just full of paint. And then I've got some gesso, I've got this crackle medium, some Liquitex varnish, and then I've got some yucky old sponges and containers and stuff for putting water in. I've got some sandpaper, and then I've got, in this box, I've got all my embossing powders and my heat tool. So that's literally all the embossing powders that I own, and to me that's a lot, so that's enough for now. This is my collection of embossing folders. So again, this is still a collection that's kind of gonna grow. It's quite minimal at the moment. And then behind that I've just got some templates. And then down underneath that I have a sketchbook and a couple of pencil cases full of pencils and stuff. And then I've got, behind that I've got a flower press and then I just have a random bag of lace because I bought that from the op shop the other day. And then we move over here. I'm trying to get it all into frame, but this is my shelf from IKEA. I think it's the Kallax shelf, and I just keep, at the top I keep all the books that I've made that I'm selling. So over here, this is stuff you guys have probably seen me share, or it's already in my Etsy shop. And then over here is stuff I've been working on. My new stuff I'm so excited to share with you guys soon. And then this big old book I have been meaning to finish for a long time, so I need to get that finished as well. And then behind that I have this little old spice rack, which was made by my little sister in school, and it was just it was like wood, so I painted it and I put some pretty papers on it that my friend Marge sent me because they're so pretty. And then I just put inside that punches. That's all of my punches apart from the ones that were on my desk. So I don't really reach for these ones as much as the ones that I keep on my desk. And then on the top shelf here, I keep, over this side, I keep kind of my personal planners. So I've got my personal planner, my business planner, and then with this one it's empty, but I want to make it a Project Life album for my journals. Then I have these magazines, which I haven't shared yet. I was featured in Spotlight's Get Creative magazine in May, so by the time I get this video up it'll be last month. So I've got a bunch of those. And then I've got a phone book, and this album, Project Life album, is full of empty sleeves to use in my Project Life albums. Then I've got a couple of colouring in books. Beside that is this big old basket from Kmart, and I use this to keep my half-finished projects. So I'm going to be honest, usually things that are half-finished end up being scattered all around my craft room until I get them done. But when I do an actual proper cleanup in between projects, I chuck them into this basket so that it doesn't get too overwhelming with mess. So keep them all in there. As you can see, I've got quite a few things to finish, and then beside that I have my Project Life album. So this one's my son's that I'm working on at the moment. This one's my first son's that's finished, and then this one's for this year, and this one's going to be a wedding album. And then beside that I have my Sizzix die cut machine, Big Shot. And down here in this is actually a embossing folder storage thing, but I actually hit my dies in there, and it's got like 20 pages with 2, I think, pockets on each page, and I've only filled up sort of the first couple of pages, so still got lots of room to expand as I slowly gather more things. In this drawers, they're from Kmart. What do I even have in here? Oh, I have some paper that I've tea-dyed previously, and then underneath that I've just got some blank copy paper and some coloured paper. Beside that I have this big box which I got from the reject shop years ago, and inside I keep old letters, old journals, lots of old ephemera that I just want to keep. So I'm not going to show you inside there in that box as well, and just collecting some things for some happy mail that I'm going to send out soon. And then beside that I have another one of those plastic drawers from Kmart, and inside this one, what do I have? I have paper bags and little envelopes and paper bags and random stuff. And then in this one I've got like plastic packaging bags to use in happy mail, and then I've got some labels. And then I have a stash of lollies up the top there, of course. And then beside that I have all my charms, all of my beads. I don't think I'm going to pull it all out because it's just going to be a bit difficult with one hand, but that's all of my charms and all of my beads and tools, so all in that little compartment. The next row, these boxes, I'm not going to really pull them out because basically they're just messy, really messy random collections of things. But the first one's fabric, which is a huge mess at the moment. The next one is drawstring bags that have been made up ready for my journals, and a bunch of other random stuff underneath that. And then the last two have old books and stuff that I'm going to repurpose. So I'm not going to show you inside. Underneath that though, in this big old plastic suitcase, I just keep things that I'm going to use to make journal covers. So a lot of people ask me what I use, and you can see this is what I'm talking about by the back of paper pad, or like art paper pads that are really thick. I like to use that and just cut it down to size. So I've got a bunch of different packaging and stuff in there to recycle into journals. And then this box is full of more books, and then I've got some A3 size paper. And then moving along here, oh, this is just a big mess as well, but in this box, what do I have? In this box I have lace. So a lot of this lace is from op shops, and then I've got some that have been gifted, and then I've got some that I bought online, and yeah. You can find a lot of lace, really beautiful lace in op shops for such a good deal. And then in this shoebox, I don't think I won't open it. Actually, yes I will, I'm opening it. I've just got ribbon, that's right. So ribbon and lace, and then that old box has stickers that I never use. And then this box, which is absolutely overflowing, is full of photos. So absolutely full of photos of my kids. I need to work out a better storage for that because it's overflowing, or maybe just get a second box. But yeah, it's ridiculous. And then beside that I have my sewing machine, my little sewing machine pedal, and my PVA glue, which is my glue of choice that I use for most things because it's so strong and versatile. So I think that's everything. I'll go over here and show you. There's the bathroom, the toilet, besides that's the bathroom. So just so you get an idea of the size, this wall is not really usable, as you can see. Yeah, there's the back door to the outside world, so it's, yeah, I've got 3 walls to work with, and I really am so happy with my space at the moment. So when I expand, when I need to expand again, as I mentioned, I'll get another cart for over there, and then I want to get some narrow Alex drawers for my desk legs, because that's what I wanted originally, but they didn't have any left when we went there. So I got this big old one, which I love. Oh, I didn't show you my Alex drawers. Okay, top drawer is washi tape. So this is a cutlery organizer. I think I got it from Kmart or Reject Shop a while ago. It's like a bamboo one, and then I've got a couple of boxes just to hold more because I need to get another one of these because it's getting overflowing. And then behind that I have other random tapes, so packaging tapes and stuff. So there's the top drawer. Second drawer is, I kind of think of this as my pen pal drawer. I've just got like stuff to send pen pals, stickers, I've got some notepads and some writing pads that are perfect for mail. I've got some envelopes, all different random ones from op shops and the Reject Shop, the dollar shop, and yeah, all different ones. And then I've got some dies that I've been making. And then I've got some really random notepads. I've got some binder clips and my envelope punch board. And then underneath that I have some random papers, so doilies and vellum and tissue paper. And then over this side I have ledger paper that I have been so luckily gifted by a couple of lovely ladies. And then I've just got some regular lined paper. Next drawer is kind of random stuff that I don't really reach for, but this is my scrap packs for my Etsy shop. Then I've got this pencil case which is full of planner stamps and stuff. And then this box just has some stuff that I'm fussy cutting that I haven't finished. And then underneath this, it's a huge mess, it's my scrap paper drawer. So I try and use my scraps as much as I can, and I do reach for it a lot. As you can see, it's getting a bit out of control, so I need to use those up. And then in the bottom, this is where I keep my ink pads and my acrylic blocks and my distress inks, and then I just have like a couple of sets of rubber stamps. So oh, and there's some more little rubber stamps in there. So that is my stamp drawer at the bottom, and it's still got some room to grow. Oh, I can't believe I forgot my drawers, but there they are. So that is my craft room. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you have any questions, just leave me a comment. And yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.